It was at this moment that I knew I messed up. Alright, so this is what we're starting off with. I completely cut the wig up and took all of the bundles off, the closure off, and these are just a few little pieces if I needed to go back and use them. So I washed the hair. This is what it looks like. We're working with 4 bundles, but I washed 3 because that was what was on that wig, and I'm starting with the new one. Okay, so now we're starting with the new wig, and this is just my sewing technique I'm showing y'all. So I just go in, and then every few couple times I make a knot in the thread. It works for me. Every now and then it did show out for the camera, but I pretty much got it done, so I'm not worried about it. So on this particular bundle, I believe this one is like a 22 or a 20. That's what I measured it out to be, and under it is my new 24-inch that you guys didn't really see because I didn't have to wash it or anything. I just used it straight out the pack. All right, so now we've got a lot of progress. I'm pretty much done at this point, like almost done. I only have to worry about that. So I'm showing y'all that I only have one more bundle left, and I ended up using that bundle backwards. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, I basically started at the front once I finished this little circular area, and then I sewed from the front to the back, which is why in the beginning you guys saw that big gap. I was going to let it stay, but you'll kind of see like what I decided to do in the end. All right, so just to revisit, this is the patch I'm talking about. As you can see, I went from the front, came all the way to the back, just like in that little middle piece. I was going to let that stay, and there's probably another clip in here showing you how it looks when I pull all the hair down, and that's why I ended up not letting it stay because it was pretty see-through, so it was just like a little thin. The hair was puffy when I'm installing it, so before like I styled it, I thought it would work, but after I styled it, I realized no, it's not going to work, so yeah. All right, so here we're just measuring what track is going to cover the little area by the closure, and I start installing it. It immediately gave me an issue right here, y'all. Like, I swear this needle only wanted to show out on camera. As soon as I took it off the tripod and like just put it in my lap or so, because that was just how comfortable I was doing it, it was just like smooth like butter. But as soon as I turned the camera on, it was like, watch this. Okay, so at this point it's looking a little crazy, but just stay with me. This is going to be the styling process. So I sprayed the entire wig with water. I do go a little bit like layer by layer. I'll probably pick up just a semi-thick piece of hair and spray it. So right now I'm just doing that top portion because I had already did the bottom half. So yeah, you just see that little method. That's it. So right now I'm going in with my Lottie Body mousse. It's one of my favorite mousses, but I do prefer a stickier mousse when you're working with wavy hair sometimes, just because it'll help the curl pattern kind of set. If it's like older hair, when it's newer hair, it's normally not a problem, but when it's older, you kind of have to make sure that the curl pattern is there. Sticky mousse helps the most. So Lottie Body isn't really sticky, so that's me going in and kind of scrunching on the waves to make sure that they're going to be defined. And there's other ways that you can do this. This is just my preference on what I do. All right, so this is one of my favorite oils, and I just like to apply this to the hair to give it a little bit of shine, a little bit of so that it doesn't look dry. Nobody wants dry hair, or at least I would assume no one wants dry hair. All right, so I know it looks a little messy here. You probably like, girl, what the hell? Just stay with me. I promise. Just stay. So first things first, I went ahead and did the baby hairs. I'm not a baby hair what could I call it, connoisseur. So they look how they look, whatever. But now I'm going in to pluck a little bit more because I really love that other side and what I did. I found that plucking on used wigs, basically my own wigs that I've already worn, or just lace pieces in general that I've worn, is a little bit easier than new hair because the new hair be all extra full and it's just like you'll be plucking for forever and a day. So this was much easier. I've already put the black spray on my part so that it doesn't look so wide, as well as a little bit of concealer, which will get covered up with some foundation in the end. Now, I'm sure many of y'all know who Kayla Nicole is, and that's what this baby hair was giving me at that moment. Like, I was trying to go swoop, and the baby hair was going dupe. Like, no, it was giving me issues, and I ended up just settling for whatever I could get. So here we are with the end result. Absolutely in love. I'm just giving y'all like a little bit of tease what I would do if I was showing off a wig for my customers, just showing y'all the hair still has body, the hair is still cute, and at this time it was wet. So I'm going to show you guys what I look like when I install it so you can see how it looked the next day. Okay, so now I'm just showing you guys what I use to color my lace. I'm a makeup girl, not a tint girl, only because I wear glueless wigs. So most of the time I can just reapply the makeup, but it tends to stay on, so I don't really have that much of an issue. If I need to retouch it, I can. Okay, so this is what we ended up with, a very scalpy look, as you can see. Yeah, don't deny it. And this is what it looks when I put it on. Pretty much what I would call installed, because once again, I'm glueless. And you won't see it in this video, but I did go back in and fix the gap that I was showing y'all at the beginning. And me talking, I'm just pointing at that part on my closure. And I did fix that as well. For the baby hairs, I ended up using my own product, which is my edge control, and probably by the time you see this video, they'll all be out of stock, but I just wanted to show that off. And me just playing around with the hair, feeling myself, thinking I'm the it girl, you know. By the way, if I haven't mentioned it throughout this whole video, this is the loose wave texture from my hair company, Galore Bundles. And then, you know, I got to give you the Instagram picture, the filter. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tune into my next video.